So, what challenges did you face when finding your first job?
When you apply as a fresher to any firm, your role is to go help that organization with a young, fresh mindset. That's it. That is all they're expecting.
Could you give a brief idea about the salary ranges in IoT, cloud, or data engineering roles?
The entry level salaries of easily 110, 105. That would be the freshers range.
What impact do you see AI having on industrial IoT and cloud engineering in the coming years?
This has a bigger impact, a huge impact. Dashboarding, visualization, data storage, everywhere. It has become so easy for us, to be honest.
What skills should experienced professional or students focus on to move into IoT?
IoT is this bridge between a hardware device to a cloud dashboard. If anybody, I would suggest, if anybody has entrepreneurial dreams, your home country is the best option.
So, are internships available for students who want to get into
Yes.
industrial
Yes.
IoT right out there
Yes, you have to trust in your product, which is you.
now? Yeah.
And then you have to pitch. You get rejections, of course. You get rejection. Not everybody need you. So for that, be ready to take rejections.
Could you please briefly introduce yourself and your, industrial experience today?
So a brief history of myself. I've done my engineering in electronics and communications engineering from BVRIT, BV Raju Institute of Technology in Hyderabad. After that, immediately I moved to the US, did my master's in computer systems engineering, and then immediately started working afterwards, pretty much within Houston in the oil and gas domain. My background is not completely purely a computer science background, but there is a reason why I chose not to start with computer science. But at least I'm glad that I made those choices during my undergrad and masters. I'll explain you why later. So after that, I've started working for a small oil and gas consulting firm in downtown Houston, where we were working on some data related tools, ETL tools. We make enterprise ETL tools for different enterprises. And after that, I moved completely into the oil and gas industrial IoT domain style work, where we actually track the data that is coming from these equipment, all high-end, generators, frac pumps, blenders, everything that is used in the oil and gas domain. So that data, we of course we write the software to control it. We write the software to analyze the data. We stream it to the cloud, and the story goes on. So yeah, sorry, lengthy answer, but yeah.
No, no, no. Thank you for the brief explanation. Everybody would
Mm-hmm.
like to know a lot about, how you started it and all.
Mm-hmm.
That's really nice of you. And the next question that I have is, give us a brief, overview of how you entered into this industry and how it started and everything. Like
Good
why you
question. Yeah,
chose
yeah, yeah.
this
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
industry,
Mhm.
especially.
So how it all started, right from my undergrad, I'm very much interested in the intersection of electronics and software. Always very curious about how things work, especially all the electronic systems, compute systems, and also the cloud infrastructure systems. So I'm very focused in that. So when I started my journey during my undergrad, this was my intention. To start with, I was involved in a lot of labs back in my undergrad, right from the first year of my undergrad itself. We used to attend various events. We built apps, even though we are like not completely computer science students. We still built applications for, like, the Windows 8 store long back. We uploaded it onto the store, and we attended so many hackathons, events, technical events, and all. So it started from then, where we when like where we started learning about microcontrollers, processors, of course the low level architecture of transistors, connections, and all that. Uh, and from there we got to understand, like, not just these electronic compute devices, but there is also a lot that we have to learn in order to build some apps in terms of communication, in terms of data streaming, analytics, the internet as a whole. So then I realized in my master's I started doing computer systems engineering. We always have that. We are all like, wherever I go, I have my little kit of an Arduino board or a Raspberry Pi and all that stuff. Even still, I literally got that kit from from India to US when I came here to this. And even at University of Houston, where I worked as a teaching assistant, we used to have labs. I in fact worked at a microcontroller and microprocessor lab at the University of Houston. That is where we got so much exposure into all this stuff. So eventually I got inclined to that. So it's not like a pre-planned thing. And during the interviews, they saw this experience and like, wow, Rohit, you did all this. Like, yeah, why don't you seem like a good fit to our organization? So we literally started going ahead in that direction.
Nice, nice.
Mhm.
That's an interesting turn.
Mm.
And so, do you have any regrets leaving India and coming to the US? And how do you think about that decision now when you look
uh,
back?
A good question, actually. I'm a, startup buff. Malab, I like entrepreneurship. I like to do startups.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I missed that trend when I in the last all these years when I'm here. I always feel like I'm missing that one aspect, especially a lot going on in Hyderabad, Bangalore, in T Hub and places like this. It always, I feel bad missing out on all that trends. After coming here, you are stuck with your education loans, visa issues, and all that. And you are now, once you started working on like student visas or H1Bs, you are limited on what you can. Legally do. You should only be focused on your work primarily. So that's something I really miss. If anybody, I would suggest, if anybody has entrepreneurial dreams, your home country is the best option always. Maybe you can try coming out to different countries, do your masters, and clear off the loans, and always have that in mind that, hey, this isn't what I'm supposed to be doing if you are into entrepreneurship. So once you get that experience, I suggest people to go back to whatever place that suits well for their venture. Yeah.
Nice, nice.
Mhm.
And the next question that I have is, so are internships available for students who want to get into
Yes.
industrial
Yes.
IoT right after now?
Yes. Yes, yes. So
And
internships are always a big plus anywhere, not just IoT cloud, in anything that you do. There is this misconception that you gotta work as an intern only after your three, two, or like fourth semester. It is completely wrong. There is no reason whatsoever you shouldn't start doing your internships right after your first year of BTech. I would say immediately after first year of BTech, reach out to anybody. It could be your relatives, it could be your through your professors, your neighbor, anybody who has a firm. Don't say, "Hey, give me a role in this technology. Give me a role." Do not say that. Just go and say, "How can I help you? How can I help your organization?" I can be ready to sit and answer calls as a receptionist, as a sales guy, as a lab assistant, as a programmer assistant, whatever it is. Just today, but gone are those days where you finish your undergrad, where you say that, hey, I have my degree, I have good GPA, CGPA, I have my skills, give me a job. No, those days are pretty much gone. And at least we are into AI. We are big time into AI, even the things that we are doing. So pretty much after 2 years, people will see that the the regular trend of undergrad jobs is gone, pretty much gone. So you should start your journey immediately after first year of your BTech, even like in the second semester itself. Approach anybody, any firm, start from there, and then use that as your as a leverage, and then go to whatever technology. It could be industrial IoT, it could be hardcore programming, it could be DevOps, it could be AI, it could be structural, civil, anything. You do your part. Don't expect to be paid in your first internship. If it is fine, yeah, with you, just at least in your first in, that's why you need to start early. That gives you the leverage. Even without pay, you can work during summers, evenings. Start there and then eventually transition to paid roles. That definitely helps. Internships.
So
Mhm.
that shows how important an
Oh
internship is
yeah,
to.
especially at
Yeah.
this, at least during these times,
Mm-hmm.
that is a iron shield for all the students. Internships.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, what challenges did you face when finding your first job? And then, what are the roles that you've
Mm.
applied to?
Mm. Lack of experience, of course. I came in directly from my undergrad to masters and then started applying for jobs. But the things that helped me are my experiences, the projects that I did in various labs, my teaching assistant experience, all the coursework. Of course, this coursework helps. Good concepts, fundamentals. Yeah, how I applied, good question. When you apply as a fresher to any firm, I would say this to anybody, like, not just computer science, any field. Your role is to go help that organization with a young, fresh mindset. That's it. That is all they're expecting. Your degree, okay, fine. It matters on what type of firm you get into. Once you get into, what they are looking for is like a fresh mindset.
Mm.
A fresh mindset who is active, a person who is active, contributing to their team,
Yeah.
and kind of bringing in new ideas. That's all they are looking for. So I would say technical skills are needed, but also definitely work a lot on your communication skills, and go with an intention that I am here to help you. You tell me how I can help you. You
Right.
don't ask them what is the pay, you don't ask them what is my role. Nothing. You just go with an intention like, hey, I've been through all these learnings in my undergrad, in my masters. If you don't have an experience, now you tell me how I can help you.
Right.
Yeah, it could be programming, it could be designing, it could be anything.
Yeah.
So that gives them a window, a lot of window to accept you. Now you are asking, hey, you are bringing in your skill set and saying that, hey, you tell me where I can fit. Now they'll think, okay, can this person fit in like our operations? Can this person fit in our data analytics team? Can this person? So that way you create that leverage by yourself when you are applying for your first role, especially without any experience.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
And the next question is, what skills should experienced professional or students focus on
Mm.
to move into
Mm.
IoT?
So IoT is a strange domain. Strange is it's like a hybrid domain. It's
Yeah.
not completely computers. It's not completely cloud engineering programming. It's not completely electronics. It's a mixture of all that. Just for any viewers who are coming in or who might be listening down the line, IoT is this bridge between a hardware device to a cloud dashboard. It could be anything. It could be your laptop. It could be your electronics that you use in your home. Right? Every device is smart now. Every device has some data that matters to you. You
Mm-hmm.
invent. You wanted to know how much your oven might be costing, how much electricity your oven might be costing. You have these smart lights, Alexas in your home. All these things. When you say, "Hey, turn on the light, turn off the light," you have your security systems at your home, your industries. Uh, any device or any sensor that interfaces with the real world has some data with it. If you wanna have that data for whatever insights that you are doing, you are building an IoT system. That's all. Pretty much that is the fundamentals of an IoT. So, and if you want to continue that as a learning, start by building. That's it. That's the whole. You start in your, dorm room or your hostel or your home. You tell your parents, "Hey, dad, this is my lab. Don't touch it." Don't, definitely, I would say, yeah, there will be so many instances where you burn fuses in your home. Okay, that happens sometimes, but be careful working with all these. But make this a habit from your high school, from your college. Just start building whatever it is. You build and you learn. Eventually you will figure out, of course, as you are learning, you would know, I have to learn about this protocol, I have to learn about Bluetooth, I have to learn about CAN, I have to learn about that. Comes along the way, depending on the industry, You will. And the another thing about IoT, interesting thing is it is multi disciplinary as well. I can work with mechanical students, I can work with civil, right? I can literally go to them and, hey guys, how can I help you? Like, you are building this RC car, right? How are you building the communication for that? How are you controlling the speed? I can build for that, build you those things. So it is a very interesting domain. I love it right from the beginning, and yeah, luckily continuing in it. Yeah.
That's
Yes.
really really nice. And
Hmm.
so, what were the main sources or platforms that helped you find a job in IoT or
Ah.
cloud related jobs?
Hmm. Platforms, I would say, of course, LinkedIn, Indeed, and all these regular job application portals. Didn't experiment much. Attending events more than, see, I trust, like, uh, in person interactions rather than you sending resume, somebody going through your resume, and, like, when you meet them directly, at anywhere, at a networking event, at a college career fair, that is where you get a good chance to make an impression. You guys have to take advantage of it, and then rest is like, rest depends upon their requirement. I would add a small point in terms of this whole thing. Students get discouraged a lot when they face a rejection. I would definitely say that get used to rejections. It does not a rejection does not define you. It doesn't define your technical abilities. It is not at all a big thing to worry about. Your agenda is to just keep applying, keep facing people, keep pitching. uh, I would, these days, anybody applying for a job is like a startup founder. Literally, now you have to productize yourself. And you have to go pitch anywhere and everywhere. You should be ready to pitch, and you have to trust in your product, which is you. And then you have to pitch. You get rejections, of course. You get rejection. Not everybody need you, right? If you make a product, not everybody needs your product. But for those who need your product, you should be a good fit. You should be ready. So for that, be ready to take rejections. uh, and, like, definitely in the IoT domain, I'm always here, not just in IoT, even in cloud computing, AI, ML, anywhere. If anybody, anyone from your team, anybody needs assistance, we can help. It's a good initiative that you guys are doing. Yeah. Yeah, thank you for that. Sure. And so, do you think IoT or cloud professionals need to depend on any consultancies, or they can secure jobs independently? They can 100% secure jobs independently. There is no way, no reason for anybody in any domain to depend on consulting firms to start with. If you are doing your due diligence during your coursework, if you are building that stack from ground up from the day you start your college, you wouldn't need a consulting firm to help you or assist you. I agree, the consulting firms sometimes they help in training you. If you are missing some skill sets, they will train you. They have access to certain other markets, but I don't think you would need anything. You build, you market yourself. That's it, in whatever domain you are in. Yeah. Yeah. Nowadays, people are like very. I mean, like, it's easier for them to go to a consultancy and then look for a job rather than them reaching out and applying and everything. I think Exactly. That's like an easy way out for a lot of people, and that's what they use, maybe. Exactly. It's like taking your bike to a mechanic, and I don't know what happened. Fix Yeah, me. you He will take fix you once. Yeah, but if you are stuck like in the middle of a Ladakh road trip, who's True. gonna come and fix your bike, Exactly. You should learn that. right? Yeah, true, right? I So agree. you fix yourself, yeah, I and then let the market take you wherever it takes. Exactly. Absolutely. I 100% agree to that. And how do you manage learning new skills, certifications, and job preparations together? Curiosity. Don't learn anything just for the sake of a bigger pay, or like, some promotion or anything. When you are genuinely curious, you always learn. You learn in your role, you learn from other teams, you learn from your leadership. You learn from books, you learn from events, you learn from tech talks, of course, online, social media. So, if you want to structurize, if you want to, of course, reflect something that you have learned on your profile, then do a certification. For example, I am a product guy. I love product management end to end, from customer requirement gathering to delivery. In fact, I own one of our products here at my firm. Uh, Now I know I have that skill, but I can't explain it like this to everybody. So I need a certification to reflect on my profile on my LinkedIn. So I did a CSPO certification, right? Product management certificate. So like that, first you start with your curiosity, what you like, do your learning even before the certification. Now go there and see, okay, for to pass this certification, what all checklist items are missing. Okay, pay them the money, learn, write the exam, get your certification. Yeah. Yeah. I think when learning new things, I think curiosity is very, very much needed. You can't just learn something out of for like namesake or anything. I completely agree with that. Yeah. And what are the most important skills and certification for someone aiming for industrial IoT or cloud engineering? Mm. Skills easily start with the concepts of electronics. You have your, for example, you have this Bose headphones here. What is the thing that is running this one? It has a processor. It has what do you say? An amplifier, a to D converter, etc., etc. So start from now. This is an IoT device. This, it's, in fact, is an IoT device. I can open my phone and control its base. I can control it. I can take calls, cut calls. I can call Siri. I can call Google from this thing. So this is an IoT device. So now, if you want to be an IoT engineer, what would you try to understand? You would start with the hardware first. You would start with the literal processor, the communication. Now this talks in Bluetooth. Other devices talks on like CAN. Maybe it could, the other can talk on Wi-Fi, etc. So start from that layer, understand their programming, and once the data is out of the device, then you become like a computer professional now. Now the data is in like Azure cloud, AWS, anywhere, Salesforce, what is that, Snowflake, it could go anywhere. Now you transition into a software professional or a cloud engineer. Now you decide on how do I show it to my customer. Now Ajita is interested in how long did I use my headphones for. Say for example, she built this, she want to know. Right now, I will show you the dashboard saying that, hey, this has been on for 12 hours last couple of days, and the peak time, everything you will show it to your users. Now that's where the software part comes in. So that is pretty much IoT in a few sentences. That's great explanation, I would say, and it gives a lot of brief explanation about what IoT is. If people are interested in going into that, I think that's a very short, brief explanation. Thank you. And do you have any work experience in India? If yes, how different is your work experience in India compared to working in the USA now? It's all in labs. It's all in the labs, literally. College labs. Yeah, that's all the experience I've got. Maybe a small internship. That too, working on what did we do? Arduino board, again, an IoT style application that we built. That's all the experience I had. I wish I had worked in India in a big MNC. That whole thing I really miss. I always feel people who get a chance to do that are lucky before coming here. It would literally open the doors for you guys, like whoever works at an MNC there. You get a lot to learn from. Once you are at an MNC for a year or two, you would know more on how to draft your career path. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And could you give a brief idea about the salary ranges in IoT, cloud, or data engineering roles? The entry level salaries easily in a state like conservative states like Texas or any other place, they start from 80K easily, 80K per year, 80,000 to it can easily go till, at least for freshers, 110, 105. That would be the freshers range. For experienced professional, it goes on above that. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Mhm. Yeah.
What impact do you see AI having on industrial IoT and cloud engineering in the coming
Hmm.
years?
I mean, what industry doesn't it have an impact, right? So this has a bigger impact, a huge impact. In terms of dashboarding, visualization, data storage, everywhere. It has become so easy for us, to be honest, with the advent of AI to build systems. The other day, our team, our manager was sitting for over the about couple of days, and he built a timesheet app. He built a complete what is this analytics platform, like in 3 to 4 days, all by himself, like without writing any code. I mean, I know it sounds scary, but it is also opportunity
Yeah.
for like a lot of people. Now you can build applications right ground up within days.
Yeah.
So now that gives you the advantage to think on a bigger scale about the implications of your product, its scalability. Now that things AI is not good at yet, right? It can
True.
spin up a product, a very basic raw project for you to work with. Now you have to work on like how does it fit, how does it scale, how does it work, everything. You got to tweak that. So it's a good opportunity. In of course, in the IoT cloud engineering realm, AI has been like drastically making changes. It's enabling a lot of develop. I would see it as an enabler rather than anything else. AI is always an enabler. It enables you to build great stuff all by yourself without depending on anybody. It is a great. It helps you learn actually a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. And then what is your take on a lot of people thinking that, AI is going to replace a lot of jobs and humans? What do you think about that?
AI, I would say it's gonna make people mature a lot. It's of course it's gonna it's gonna transition. I wouldn't say it's gonna take away jobs. It's gonna transition jobs. That's all it's gonna do. Now it's gonna take everybody to a level of like a product manager or a manager or an owner or a business owner. Now you start thinking at that level. So whatever profession, even before this was the norm, now that it has been reflected a lot with the advent of AI, is like you have to think at a how do you say, at a business level or at like a product level, at an organization level. Even though you are an engineer, a civil engineer, just doing your drafted drawings or CAD drawings or anything, even though you are a small part of a multi-billion-dollar organization,
Mm.
you still have to think about the big picture.
True.
You could be working on any small component, but you should feel like how is this whole structure going to come out eventually. Is it going to meet the compliances? Is it going to meet all the requirements of the client? And now I'm doing this little part. How is it going to impact the bigger whole thing in a on at scale? So even coming back at this advent of AI, these small things, hey, I know how to write code, I know how to make this design. These skills will be replaced by how is this product gonna impact your business.
Mm-hmm.
Now you everybody will become like an individual consultant or a contributor, or how do you say, a manager or a product owner. You, Ajita, will take her product to a firm and say, hey, now these are everything that this thing does. Now,
Yeah.
who, like you yourself have a team of 10 junior developers in terms of Claude, OpenAI, Gemini. These are all your employees, technically. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's interesting. And
Hmm.
I am someone who never believes that AI is gonna replace anybody's jobs, because AI is something that humans built, and AI is gonna like make our jobs and everything a bit easier. But I don't think so. It's never gonna like replace everything. And
Exactly.
yeah, and that's something I think a lot of people, even when like everybody and the people who are starting right now, are a
Hmm.
lot, people are like questioning a lot about it. Like,
Mm,
is
mm.
AI a really plus point or something that we should like okay, not so much onto it and something like that.
True, true. Yeah, any domain, you are right. It's not gonna take away things. It's gonna create new opportunities. It's
Yeah,
gonna enable everybody. Like
yeah.
people should be happy that these things came up right now, not
Yeah,
scared.
yeah. Because it
Yeah,
just gets easier, I would say. I think you get to know a lot about your ideas as well. You just have to go and give something to it, and then it gives a
right.
lot of ideas to yourself as well. And then,
Exactly.
yeah, and you can just do anything with it, but then I don't think so people should be afraid of it.
Absolutely. 100%. Totally
Yeah.
agree with you. Mm.
What suggestions would you give to upcoming students or professionals who want to build a career in IoT and cloud?
Same thing, start building, don't wait for anybody else, start building stuff. Now even you have like all the AI tools to bring things up for you,
Yeah.
whatever you can imagine. You can ask anything, you can literally point it at any microcontroller or any development board like a Raspberry Pi, Texas Instruments, Beagle board, or whatever, and say, hey, just tell me what all I can do with this. It has like an Ethernet port, it has like a Bluetooth interface, it has like a Zigbee interface, and all these things, and it will give you ideas on what to build. So just don't wait for your marks, don't wait for your semesters to finish. Start building. That's it.
And to people who are like who are gonna pursue engineering or something like
Mm,
that
mm,
undergraduate,
mm.
what department would make it easier for them to get into industrial IoT? Like, what department is a bit easier for them to take that step?
Uh, Electronics, communication, 100%. Yeah,
EC.
because compute skills, computer science, if you want to do core computer science, just algorithm development, that's a different story. But if you want to do something like IoT or any other things, it is always preferable to start learning electronics first,
Right.
uh, understanding the low level, and then go to programming, cloud, and all that stuff. So start with electronics, and at any point, any degree, any domain, start with business first, start with understanding the business logics.
Yeah.
That is something they never teach us in like a lot of colleges, but you have to learn these skills now. There is no other option, no other alternative. You could never start a business in your life, but still learn concepts of finance,
Yeah.
marketing, organizational building, team building, all these leadership skills. You always need it in
Yeah.
whatever domain you are. Yeah.
Yeah. It just gives a bigger picture of the industry that they're gonna enter into, or
Absolutely,
what the
exactly,
world is
exactly,
about. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, and then you will figure out with these things like where to do, what to
True.
do, where to go, and to do, and everything. Yep.
Yeah. One last question. Why did
Mhm.
you choose to associate with We Connect Group today?
I like your initiative. In fact, I always wanted to do something for like people who are because we did our own share of mistakes. We had our own share of learning in across our journey. We want to know, hey, why should everybody go through the same
Yeah, you guys can
like
actually
hard
give
path?
suggestions. True.
Sorry, yeah, I didn't hear you.
I mean, like you guys can provide a lot of guidance to a lot of people.
Yeah, exactly. A small tip can, if it can save you, like, money during your masters, or like find you a good opportunity, it feels good, right? To help
Yeah.
anybody, at least, especially avoiding the mistakes that we did. At least that much so we can do. So that's why I love to connect. And I would see We Connect Globe, like, growing a lot. You
Yeah.
guys are doing so much. I really appreciate what you're doing. Don't
Thank you.
just stick to construction, civil, and all that domains. Uh, Take help from people across different domains. You're doing a great job. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything that we can do, 100% always available.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hmm.
I think a lot of people definitely need guidance when they're stepping into something, and
Hmm.
especially from someone who have already faced it or just gone through the same thing.
Yes,
And
ma'am. Hmm.
that is just amazing. Thank you so much for doing this with
Sure. No
us,
problem.
and
Hmm.
thank you so much, Rohit. Have a
Sure.
wonderful weekend.
You too. You too. Thank you so much, Aziza. Thank you, Harsha.